What's up, everybody? Here we are on this wonderful Thursday evening. I'm the Doctor, being joined by a longtime listener, first-time caller, Zero Syndicate, joining me on the cast here today. And already we are into the action. And Yost, I have no idea who's on screen, but I know for a fact it is not NYC Furby.
It could be NYC Furby and Knuckledew, but we do have Sin Kisuke, brand new character to Guilty Gear Strive, going up against Caesar. Yo, the low profile to avoid the burst. I'm seeing shades of Kai already. That's the boy, Sin. Ooh, nice. Into the throw. YRC to push forward here as well, too. Nice pickup.
We got the names back. We're good, chat. It is Lanxeared versus Lennox.
Oh.
Lennox, obviously rocking that Sin Kisuke new character.
Yes.
I think they're kind of full of shenanigans, but the Twitterverse is not very live with that vibe.
You know, Lennox is doing a great job with Sin Kisuke right now. Of course, a frame trap heavy kind of character. Really has to be kind of careful with these. You know, long range normals are going to be a really important part of the play, but you got to keep people guessing here with these frame traps. May, of course, you know, I post about it about every time I've seen May lately. You have to play a really strong move, right? Like, this character is a very straightforward character, but she's very powerful when she does with this neutral. This low slide on into the DMs from Lennox and gonna get a shatter. Lennox is poised to take a first game here. If we can avoid. Oh my God! The DP from Lennox.
He didn't go for the second portion of it though, even though he had the stamina. Might have been just enough damage to kill, but in dangerous territory now, especially with that back throw. One more. Doesn't even need to spend the meter.
Yeah, that OTG absolutely killed it here. All right, round apiece for both players, and Lennox is poised to get that burst back in just a moment here. All right, SEAL Team 6 is going to keep things on lockdown alongside with the Dolphin play, but another DP. Look, the reactions from Lennox are absolutely killing it against Lanxeared right now.
All right, we're gonna trip down to SeaWorld real quick too.
Shiny Whalebird comes on through. Make sure you try to catch it with the quick ball before it disappears. But lockdown once again with the Dolphin play. Oh, finding a way out is Lennox.
It's still not looking good, right? Like, it's May. Her damage is insanity. Whereas, you know, Sin Kisuke is actually not super high on that health bar list, but here we go. Taking it for a ride.
Yes, excellent ride. The lightning right there, too. Ooh, yeah, that's a good punish opportunity. Calls out the burst very much like Lennox did in that first round. And Lanxeared's going to take that first game. Not bad. Honestly, I'm really impressed with the caliber of play that we're seeing from Lennox on Sin Kisuke, especially Sin being a week 1 character at this point, right? Like, actually 7 days to the date that Sin has been out and doing a tremendous job, especially against a veteran character like May, being around since the release of Guilty Gear Strive. So Lanxeared still putting in the work, probably getting used to like the cadence of Lennox. And plus, I'm, again, just really impressed with the neutral game from Lennox here. A strong player in Grand Blue Fantasy Versus and Melty, but now also carrying that over into Guilty Gear. It's great to see.
Yeah, I mean, 7-day-old character. That's actually canonically how old Sin Kisuke is as well. So, you know, it's all coming together. But
9 years old now. Come on, give the kid some credit. Knows his timetables.
True. I guess there is that. Oh, but that burst, you're not timing anything with that one.
No, not at all. That's a perfect round right there for Lanxeared. And now it's looking like it's settling down in Lanxeard's control. You know, of course, Lennox now getting those stray hits, especially Beak Driver, but now you're going to get called out for trying to slide in for free. That 2S SEAL Team to extend that pressure.
Spending a little bit of the stamina to get in there, but these buttons still definitely take some getting used to, right? Like, Sin has some longer buttons, but Lennox, actually, Lennox specifically, I will say, is probably in a uniquely good position for this character because of his experience in, say, Melty Blood, right? He plays, what's the character's name? Noel, I believe it is. So he's pretty used to having some of these longer range button combos that can, you know, take you coast to coast.
Right. Yeah, and, you know, Sin's also a very unique character, but we're seeing a lot of, you know, new Sin players kind of not really interact with stamina in the traditional way that they did in Exerd, right? Like, normally you'd be knocked down, you munch on a snack real quick to build up that stamina, and here we're seeing a lot of Sin players kind of opt to not sacrifice their Oki to rebuild stamina and just let that stamina build back naturally more often. I'm
Yeah.
curious to see the implementation of snacking, especially considering like it has such a random chance and percentage of how it's going to boost Sin's abilities.
I was
really
gonna say, from what I've been seeing on Twitter and things like that, the general consensus has been don't eat.
Exactly.
Because the status isn't amazing. Like the status bonuses aren't amazing. The frame data is not great, and Sin in general doesn't typically have a lot of great Oki opportunities already. So now you're sacrificing what little he does have to try and get a random bonus and hope it goes your way.
Oh my goodness, look at this. We're really running away with it here off these counter hits. And look, Lanxeared continues to control the pace of the set. Lennox getting a few stray hits here and there and significant strikes. There's nothing to slouch at here, but we need that damage to catch up on Lanxeared because Lanxeard's being way more consistent in that damage right now.
Yeah, and May
Nice.
just does a ton of damage in general, right? Like she's
Yeah,
so
exactly.
good. Was the original gorilla character that was showcasing like how high the damage and strive can realistically be. And Sin
Oh my goodness.
Sin has some stuff. Sin has some damage, but getting to that point can be a little tough.
Exactly. And you know what? Shiny Whalmer coming through to remind you how hefty that whale actually is, because this damage is huge, and that is a set 3-0 victory for Lanxeared. Even the dogs are cheering for Lanxeard's victory right now. That's great help here.
Coupon codes go a long way, chat. They are free and easy to use. All you gotta do is sign in, click claim code, and it's done. You've now supported the pot with free money. The players get a bit. It's all great stuff. And the sponsor quests is right there that make life even easier for you if you need it to be that much easier. So good stuff here. Right now we are gonna have Tilted versus Kiranchi on the screen. This is a matchup that I see a lot in Casa, not many other places.
Yeah, this is oh dear, that's unfortunate. Oh my god. Yeah, as a Giovanna player, you are definitely going to be tilted about that one there, wasting the burst in an unfortunate scenario because you used it to try to get out of that mix opportunity here, and this reversal will connect here, not quite kill. This is a tough matchup for Gio if you can't control the pace of Millia, right? Because Gio's DP is not that true and vulnerable, so you don't have that opportunity to try to interrupt some of the fake pressure that Millia might be offering, and the ambiguous cross-up opportunities that Millia can put on top of Gio makes things very difficult. 5P and even jump P interrupt like we just saw there is going to be huge in this matchup. Whoa. Try to challenge up plus frames. Careful there, Kiranchi.
Oh, all right. We got some Capels coming in, though. Wires. I thought that Wires was blocked, actually. But good stuff there coming in from Tilted. Gonna get the forward throw.
Wow. Got 3 dashes in there. That's some brave stuff from Tilted. And look, we ran it back and around here, all tied up.
That's just how this matchup can go, right? Like Millia, so squishy, takes so much damage, has to get so many good hits in, whereas Giovanna does, solid damage, solid health pool, but is a bit more straightforward in how they're trying to play the game.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, got the shatter. It's going to be a beautiful opportunity for Kiranchi to really run with it in these ring setups here. There's the burst that we're looking for. But no, dashed in for the throw. And look, Kiranchi saw it a mile away. Perfect round. And that's their first game in the set here. Yeah, I wanted, like, when you get Millia in that corner situation, we know that Millia wants to jump. She's got the air superiority. Go for that close slash setup on the Yoki situation, or even jump with Millia in some cases. Get those throws. Try to condition Millia to be ground, which is tough to do, right? Because Millia wants to take to disguise and take advantage of the mix that she has. But if you could send that message that she can't jump for free, you're going to be looking pretty in this next round.
Wait, did I put the score on the wrong side? Did Kiranchi win or did Tilted? Kiranchi won that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Got nervous. You were talking about Millia close slash and stuff, and I was like, wait a minute.
No, I'm talking about Giovanna setting up the close slash in the corner, right? Because that's what lost the opportunity for Giovanna.
Right. Already burstless in both sides. Gets a little bit of an air sequence there. That Capel actually didn't touch anything. That was not on block.
Backdash, that was a really crazy situation.
Gets the wall break. Didn't spend any tension, though. Still has 100. BRC. Oh, no.
Whoa! Yeah, that TK bad mood is going to be some trouble if you're not ready for it there. And look, I'm seeing more and more Millia players do it at the very impressive, like the immediate moment they leave the ground, bad mood is on the way. Great back throw here. Set up a corner situation, plus frames, but getting pushed out.
I like that. Sets up the projectile, trying to just deny the approach. A lot of times we don't see it just used in neutral because it's such a much better knockdown option. But because Giovanna's always trying to dash at you, always trying to close that gap, if you just set up the projectile, she can't approach.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big factor too, right? You really mess up Giovanna's offensive approach. That's honestly just going to remove so much of Giovanna's gameplay. She needs to be able to close this gap, but Millia, it's all in her hands to really control the pace in this matchup here. It is so tough for Giovanna to really take control if she does not win that opening gambit. That's the key factor in this set. You need to make sure that you don't allow Millia to run her set play. You can really turn things around. I mean, even though I said that, like, Giovanna's DP is not that true reversal, right? With the invulnerability, you still have that threat. Like, if Millia tries to jump in, if you get the compel, that's DPable, right? You're low profile enough to make that punish. It's going to send the opponent flying, and you have plenty of time to make a solid follow-up after the fact.
And this is, you know, running out of chances here for Tilted. Let's get a great start here, though.
Force the stand up with the close slash on ground, and look, we're setting up the conditioning on Kiranchi here with the drill kick, which is so important because Kiranchi has shown that they're not willing to 6P or interrupt the drill in the corner situation.
Man, Kiranchi's going with some funky scenarios coming through here. We saw that like super low Capel after the air button. Now we're getting full combos here coming in from Tilted, and that'll be enough.
Yes, not as full as we could have. I think we were still able to get a 214K, but it might have been too low where it wouldn't get the wall splat. That's probably why we saw. There we go! Look at that! What did I just say? The DP. Beautiful showing here from Tilted to try to take back control of this set.
Oh, but they're knocked down in the corner against Millia. This is a horrible position to find yourself, and it doesn't look like a lot of damage, chat, but trust me, it is scary.
Yes, absolutely, because look,
backdash
from Tilted.
Nice,
we got our first flip kick, nice. And again, take advantage of this because Kiranchi has not represented at all that they're willing to 6P check those special moves.
Okay,
You can 6P the drill, 6P the flip, you can jab it out,
everything.
full burst. Fair enough, yeah, Giovanna is 6P-able. And now we got the spin cycle, still anyone's game, you still have a burst, but you're going to save it for the next round.
Which is the right call. No reason to burst at the end of that. It was basically last hit that the burst even became available.
Yeah,
so.
it's the gamble there, right? Because look, Tilted was one touch away from stealing away victory there, and we only got caught up in a risky situation. But I agree with you here too, that look, you're losing out on neutral more often than you're winning it, so hold on to it for this round. And nice 2K interrupt.
Yeah, I mean, they did spend it early in this round, but I thought they were on the other side. I would have got hit by that 100%.
Gotta start DPing more. Dash up DP from Tilted here with going leaps and bounds in favor for them. Be a great boon right now. Okay, jump heavy slash, gonna get the splatter, and the kill. Kiranchi taking it 3-0 over Tilted. And I tell you what, if Tilted
versus Kisuke.
Oh my god. Big Dolby Atmos counter hit in the classic Faust colors. I appreciate it from Lurry out here. Alright, nice anti-air. And the item setup does begin. Mini Faust bombs away, hammer drops. Gotta get the kindergartners out to recess. And does Lurry succeed with the Scarecrow teleport? Good call there.
Now, I got a question, Zero. These are both longer range characters, right? For sure.
Yeah. For sure.
Is Sin Kisuke so bad that he's worse than Faust at the moment?
Look, I'm not going to get in on the rhetoric of whether or not Sin Kisuke is a bad character, but I do think that Sin Kisuke does have some excellent tools against Faust, right? It's just applying those tools. But you're going up against Lurry, who is really comfortable in playing that mid-screen and does like to kind of hang back and throw out the items. Let the dice roll do the work for them.
Yeah,
nice meteors rising.
In terms of dice rolls, it's going to sound a little funky, but like Sin Kisuke is kind of a frame trappy type character, right? Like they're constantly wanting to, you know, make you guess, are you going to spend the stamina? Are you not going to spend the stamina? Like, what's it going to be? And so, you know, you're kind of rolling the dice on if you've conditioned your opponent enough, but there's no conditioning here. We just went golfing real quick, and Sin lost all of his HP.
Look, Lurry can go 4 with Faust, that's for sure. Faust doesn't really need a lot of resources to do that amount of damage. And the PRC cancel after the overdrive. Oh my goodness, for the kill. Good stuff.
There was a lot going on there. We had that overdrive PRC cancel that is a Faust exclusive.
Exactly. It's a wonderful exclusive, though, right? I'm so glad they kept that in. Clearly not supposed to be there. But the application of it and it not being so ridiculous that it's like, you know what, why not keep it, right? Like, this is the one reversal that Faust gets. By all means, do it.
We'll see if it survives the winter patch.
You know what? I would be really bummed if they took that out.
Oh, I agree.
I think that is one thing, like, you know, throughout the history, right? You know, like, remember cancels, special cancels was not supposed to be in fighting games, and here we are. It was an accident. It's now a staple. It should be a staple.
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
Exactly. All right,
that's it. Nobody else can do it, so.
Very cautious. The 100 tons, and nice jab out. Still got the kindergartners out for recess, and the corner lockdown begins. There's the overhead. Low this time to chase out. And we ate lunch mid-set? Tyrant Rave for the shatter?
Was it just frame perfect, though? I don't know the difference in the animations yet, but we're still getting challenges here out of Lurry. Dreece looking mighty good this round, though. Has the life lead. Jumps over the little homies.
Got the potassium rolling here. Going to be awake for a little while.
Oh, Mini Faust. Mini Faust came in.
Oh. 5 time kick, yo. All right. Top tier in Faust. Obviously, this is a 7-3 matchup now.
Midst. Oh, that's a lot to try and approach through. Gold burst?
Oh my goodness. Yo, we believe. We blocked the burst. DreeceDaBeast. Indeed.
Gold burst into block burst combo. True string. Oh, the hammer!
Drop the hammer. You ran into it. It's your fault. I'm throwing out garbage. Yo, safe jump on the dust. Lurry about to carry you over to this corner here.
That was actually sick, because that was the DP. And the DP is supposed to be able to be made safe by the second portion, right? By spending that stamina bar. And Lurry just hit the button faster. Unless it is a true string and we just didn't get the second button from Dreece, which is possible.
Yo, you got the DP! PRC cancel with the 2K anti-air. What a wrap for Lurry.
Man, I feel like there's just so much I still don't know about Sin Kisuke. I just need to see more of this. I need players to keep playing him. Don't drop him just because Twitter said he's low tier. Please.
No, exactly. You know, it's still such an early call. I mean, look, that's kind of what they said about Testament. Of course, Testament getting that small buff as well. And
small?
updating him.
Small? Okay.
Okay, look. Got a really nice buff. A really good one. Testament's a phenomenal character right now compared to where they were left off at launch, right? Sin, and even like Happy Chaos I think about too. Like Happy Chaos wasn't immediately that explosive character, right? It took time to get used to the idea of how that character works in this game, and I think Sin is kind of suffering a little bit. And this is my early take, right? Sin kind of suffers a little bit from the nostalgia of where Sin was in Exerd. Sin played like this in Exerd, and Sin does not play this way in Strive. And I think that once players start to let go of that and, you know, kind of learn the Strive version of Sin, I think we're really going to see some great stuff. Yo, Beak Driver winning out in this interaction. I'm telling you, DreeceDaBeast with Sin.
Yeah, I was actually going to say compare it to Baiken too, right? Because
that's a perfect example. Baiken, yes.
Because old school Baiken, very different than current Baiken. But once those players got the handle and they actually got the bug fix on those inputs fixed, like that character is bananas.
Oh my goodness. And all it took was somebody spending time in the lab and exploring, committing to the character. And also a nice little touch up. I love it.
Yeah. Oh, look at that cross up. We got the mix schmix. Busting out though. BRC? Oh.
Yep, that's a good 6P.
Oh, the bomb though. Watch the bomb.
We're gonna play a little bit of tennis here.
6P again? Oh, that's unfortunate for Lurry.
Yeah, because that jump dust did not touch Sin at all. But Sin was right inside it.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I live in the flames. I live in the fire.
True. That's true. You know, it reminds me of the good old time when I went camping with Soul. Uncle Soul lit me on fire. to make me a better character.
See, like, you say that jokingly, but, like,
It probably happened.
you know, you've never had firecrackers thrown at you?
Two Afros on the field. This is disastrous, but Ride the Lightning doesn't even want to handle the, you know, the additional support of the Faust crowd here for that extra carry into
Oh, the
corner.
safe
Just
jump
got him
throw! That was sick. That was grimy.
DreeceDaBeast. 2-1 lead over Lurry right now.
Man, who was Dreece playing previously? I'm gonna look it up, because
All right, get the stats on that. You know, I don't have the notes here in the studio, but you can. You're the eye in the sky, eye on the field.
you want to hear some stuff.
All right, give me the deets.
So there,
Give me the
there's
Dreece
so,
deets.
there's the Happy Chaos that they were playing earlier this month in our
Okay.
event, but earlier this year they were a sole bad guy player.
Oh, wow. And of course, the next generation. You know, this is welcome to the future of Guilty Gear. It's Sinkisuke.
Oh no, the banana!
Yeah, that's rough. And plus, Mini Faust is still there to make a terrible day for Dreece. Got the lineup. Dusted a couple times.
Oh, but
DP, we're still committing the explosion. Yeah, knocked you out of the combo. That's unfortunate.
yeah, the side was also super weird there for Dreece. Honestly, the DP didn't put Lurry in front of him. Oh, that actually just hits. You die.
Yep.
Oh no, burst. Okay.
Just had a burst. Oh my God!
I don't know.
Jump
Had
scare
to.
of the night. Lurry teleport fast PRC with throw. Oh my goodness.
That is a Faust special as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, nice big counter hit, but unfortunately, Dreece gonna get the advantage from the trumpet there.
Yeah, Dreece playing a little fast and loose, waking up with a lot of buttons that, you know, they weren't doing so much in their victories. So I would like to see them slow it down again, because at this rate, we're going into a game 5, honestly, if they can't get it, you know, back into their side. Green buff coming through.
Hey. Look, I don't have my Sin tables up. Can you tell the folks at home what green buff means? You follow that.
I was just going to say I don't know what the colors mean yet, but that's
darn it, Doc.
the bomb bag interrupted the RTL.
Okay, last shot here, Dreece.
Oh, the gold burst.
No!
He's trying. Get it?
Was really fishing for the hook. Get the trumpet. Yes, beat RC to slow things down. The 2K, though. 2K is so fast, has the anti-air property, and multi-hitting as well, so it makes things very difficult for anybody landing within range of Faust there. It's 2-all right now. I'm going to say a great touch from Arc System Works right now on the animation of Sin. On the face down fall, we still had the ground slam from Sin to get up. Beautiful touch right there. It's a small animation thing. Nothing important, really. Just a nice little touch. It's the little things that count.
All right. So I got the lore.
Okay.
Green buff is a damage reducing buff.
Okay. And then the percentage after. We don't know, like, I don't think there's a visual tell for the percentage of the buff, right? Because there's different percentage depending upon what buff it is.
Different percentages and different timings for it to expire. So, your guess is as good as the game's, honestly.
So at the very least, green means damage reduction buff.
Yeah. Keep that in mind, chat. Oh, that dust came in clutch. Gets the 5D as well.
Yes, really good stuff here. Got the shatter. Gonna get that meter back almost immediately here. Has to play out a little bit of neutral against a couple bombs. And delayed on the time. What's in the bag, says Lurry.
A lot of stuff. We got meteor. Oh, you got hit by. You got hit by full meteors. That is a no-go. Ah!
We're riding the lightning? I don't think so. Oh, no. Lurry was pulling. Oh, boy.
Delete the VOD. Delete the VOD. Don't let him see it. Set point here for DreeceDaBeast on the Sinkisuke. Man, maybe Faust is back to the bottom.
No. You still got Anji.
You still got Potemkin.
Now, wait a minute. That's malarkey.
That is that bullying?
That's you're just saying stuff to say stuff.
No, Potemkin. Is he in the game still? Did they remove him with the Sin edition? I honestly couldn't tell you.
No. Potemkin is still in this game. Wait a minute.
I don't know. Check the roster. I think they got rid of him. Oh!
Okay, all right.
Oh, okay.
Double check. Oh my goodness. Avoids Ride the Lightning. Lurry ties it up in the rounds here. Burst available for Dreece. So we have a little bit of a resource advantage here, but Lurry is going to play the long game here. I love it. Oh, see, there's that 2K anti-air.
I mean, yeah, it's final game, final round. Like, whoever takes this L is not having a good day. Oh! It is still winner's side, I believe. So there's second chances.
Pretty confident this qualifies for top 8 here as well. So.
Oh, we're in that stage already? It is. You're very right. Life lead very much in Lurry's favor, but as long as... Oh, that's tough. I like the idea. Oh. Oh, no. What's in the bag coming through? Great interrupt. Is it enough? Is it enough? Chipp?
Oh, no. The kindergartners came through. Yo, the tap dust to wrap things up. Look, Lurry. In a very scary situation, the young buck Sin almost from Lennox if we do get them back. But right now, we have Jazz, Panther, and Zaton?
Zaylon.
Zaylon, excuse me. Got him pixel off there.
Although, if you ask Twitch chat, you could call him whatever you want. Zaylon, Zayton. What was the other one we had? Zay1. We've gone through.
Zion. It's Zion.
Zion's another
Zion.
one. Zordon. Like, you could
Zordon?
really
Oh,
anything, honestly.
I don't know if Zion appreciates that.
They never say. It's always, friends of a friend of a
Whatever you
friend
feel
in
like.
Twitch chat. But, man, this is an interesting matchup. Chipp versus Zato. It is definitely something we see a lot of over on TNS. I know that you've been catching up with them recently. And this is a fun matchup, in my opinion. Not a huge fan of most of Zato matchups, but this one definitely has some funk to it.
Yeah, this matchup is going to be interesting just simply because I think that Chipp has a lot of opportunity to interrupt, like we just said right there, right? To interrupt Little Eddie and opportunities for Zato to really try to set up. And it's going to be about pacing. Like, the 2S is going to be a big opportunity for Zato to really interrupt Chipp, to control the pace. Sitting on top of a pose is going to be another strong tool here. But it's, again, momentum from Chipp is going to really frustrate Zato in a lot of cases here. Because if you can't control Chipp, it's going to be a nightmare for Zato. But on the other side of the coin, Zato has a lot of set play potential with Mini Faust helping out. Or Mini Eddie helping out.
Mini Faust
Mini
making
Zato.
an appearance.
Mini Faust is actually a problem.
Actually,
There you go.
that could canonically work, right? Because Eddie is basically a Ditto, so there's no reason why he can't take the form of Mini Faust.
True, true.
But no, I mean, you're right. If the Chipp gets, in control, gets the pace, like that's what you're gonna come to expect. Gets the 7 letters.
It's exactly what we saw here, like blink and you miss it. Jazz Panther, like a panther in the night, stalking its prey and just swiftly killing with prejudice here. Like, oh my goodness.
And maybe we'll get to see the other side of the coin where, the Zato gets that one solid, 2H covering a pose, and we just see like the TOD combo come out. Because it is Chipp. For all the damage they do, they certainly take a lot of damage as well. So
Exactly.
And Zato's great at it. You just need to not get run over.
Yeah, and I'm really curious to see how Jazz Panther is going to interrupt a lot of the Eddie play. Yo, leapfrog it up and still got the pressure. No Eddie support.
Oh, that Eddie gauge
See?
gone.
Perfect.
The frog exploded. You can see the red bar taking its time.
Yeah, and that was a perfect dash up from Jazz Panther. And it was a big risk, though, right? Because Frog was just right over Chipp's head, but the butt was already active for Jazz Panther here. Beautiful 2H from Zion here. Nice Alpha Blade. Didn't get the shatter quite yet. Jump 2K definitely whiffing out here. And Zion still running away with it. Did have the names back with it.
I did have the names backwards, and now I have the score backwards. Because of it.
Oh my goodness.
We're fixed, though. It's all correct.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's all good now. Yeah, absolutely. Zion's still running away with it here, controlling that pace, and that's going to be, again, if we can slow things down, great 6P. What a commitment here from Jazz Panther.
It is tough
That's
now.
interesting.
Oh no,
That's-
not the Rekka. Oh, you're gonna explode. All that red bar, and you went for the reset on top of it.
Okay, good blocks here. Gotta get the punish, but doesn't. See, what's interesting though is Jazz Panther had a perfect corner opportunity right earlier before that sequence in setting up with the pose. It was right on top of Chipp. This right here. This is the threat. Either you were setting up a conditioning situation against Zion to like open up the opportunity for throws, command throws, but in that initial reaction, you didn't do anything on top of that opposed. Here now, you have confirmed that Zion does not want to move, and even in that initial reaction, there was no movement there. You let Zion get out at the very last moment of the pose. But here we go. Zion controlling the pace.
Yeah, just takes him to the corner,
Nice.
gets it, the P2 side immediately into the overdrive, does not want to play any sort of games because they know it's a one-touch situation off of this wake-up, and they got exactly what they wanted.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so a 2-0 lead right now for Zion.
And I would probably say that, at least recently, probably mostly since the patch, this is probably how you expect this matchup to go, right? Chipp, you know, does have some really good buffs on the 2.0 patch, can really keep the pressure applied for, it feels like forever in a lot of situations. And Zato, he's fallen out of flavor, I would say. I don't think there were really many changes to him on the 2.0 patch / universal changes that really dropped his worth, but I think Chipp's just in a really good spot and doesn't let up control very often.
Yeah, and I think a lot of Chipp players are kind of learning as a collective unit, right? Like Bean had an awesome performance at CEO Taku this year, and I'm starting to see shades of that style of Chipp play going for more whip punishes here, but you see in Zion's play, it's very mix dependent, right? Like we're trying to get in really quick, overwhelm the opponent, and set up our left-right situations, or go for these plus frames with the Gamma Blade as well. Oh, geez. But the challenge with that 2S here from Jazz Panther. Big jump in on the heavy. Big opportunity. You have to keep controlling it because, look, you have no little Eddie support, but the RC challenge from Jazz Panther steals the round.
I actually really liked that RC. They got the hit of it and recognized that they were still having enough frame advantage to be able to push a pretty heavy button there with the 5H, and it just beat out whatever Zaylon wanted, but you gotta block. You gotta be holding backwards against this Chipp character.
Okay, a perfect situation. You're on top of the opposed. It creates a threatening situation for Zion, so they had to throw, but they weren't sure what was going to follow behind that opposed.
It is a mystery to the void. BRC's backwards. Were they waiting for an Eddie gauge? They were, actually. I just watched back on stream, but that's the first command grab from the Hidden Leaf Village.
True. Still potential to run the set,
Great
though,
block.
from Jazz Panther. Like, we're seeing that momentum come at this point in the set, so now it's do or die. So this is where you have to let out all the sauce.
Yeah, you got no chances left. You got that burst. That's so much damage from a command grab, too, but that's the first DP, right? I don't think we've seen one yet from Zaylon because they haven't needed it. They haven't been on the defense that long.
Exactly. And you know what? Like I said, like this is the opportunity to let out all the sauce, but also Zion's in the same boat, right? Let it all out. This is the last shot. Yo, the jump K interrupts Eddie right there. That's a big deal for Zion.
Is that what happened? I like saw.
Yes.
I heard the snap, and then I saw the Eddie bar was on regen, and I was like, "What happened?"
There was a startup for Eddie, and it just got blown up. 6K overhead. There's our shatter. It's not going to be enough to kill. We go for the left side mix on the low. Alpha Blade to wrap this up. Zion. Oh my goodness. I thought we were going to be a round start. You're a psychopath.
That's
Mike
the Saftig way.
Sent a message to Lanxeared. 5K anti-air. It's the SEAL team. Yo, I bet you that was going to be Vortex right there. You're woo!
Oh, that's some good
Nice.
damage. Taking him for a
And it's
ride.
Clean hit heavy too. Okay, jump slash. Nice. Has the shatter set up as well. Jump. Yo, it's perfect. It's over.
Oh,
you
you're
had
dead.
to burst Lanxeared.
They chose not to. They said, "I don't need to
Hey, you know
do
what?
anything."
You earned the clean hit. Yo, Mike Saftig ate the Wheaties this morning. To round start, Bandit Revolver. Good lord.
Oh, come on. It's only negative. Oh, that's
Yo.
not burstable. The game's been out for how long now? You know
Hey,
you
know
can't
what?
burst that?
Sometimes you take the shot. You're playing Soul Bad Guy. You know you got the damage. Bandit Bringer. Stand up for me with the 2K. Bar slash on in. Red RC to get the carry set.
That
was a charge vortex for the damage and the shatter. But now we have to be careful. 100% tension there from Lanxeared.
That's terrifying. As your
my
opponent,
God.
and now you die.
Yeah, that was going to be a slash Volcanic Viper. I believe we would have hit a red RC if it ended up being blocked. But if it got hit, then we would follow up after. Lanxeared not biting on it. Dust with punish.
Buys a little bit of space. That was a great up dolphin, actually.
Yeah, that was actually really good.
Oh, they got hit? You got hit? Close slash? All right. Man, there's a lot of things going on here where I'm like, Mike, why'd you do that? And it's like,
not. Yeah.
The answer is probably just, I'm Mike Saftig. That's why.
Yeah, there's that, but also that DP is not necessarily wrong. It was a interesting enough range where it potentially could have hit.
Yeah.
But I think even better would have been like Wake Up Vortex. Look, this is gonna sound crazy. Wake Up Vortex probably would have worked there. I know.
Low profile of the projectile, maybe.
It would have. The startup should have been close enough. Get counter hit, and then you would have got the side swap off of that interaction. I think Vortex, 5K dash cancel. Either 5K or Dust might have carried over to get the cross under there. I could be. Mike would definitely know. Soul players out there know. Monkey business. Call monkey business in right now. But I'm pretty confident you would have had a cross under situation with the counter hit Vortex.
I'm sure there's a way we could phone a friend to Monkey if he were not busy at the moment. I'm not going to stress Bunch out much more, though, by trying to...
everybody out here.
by adding in another voice.
Right now. I know for sure it is an actual thing that Soul could do off of the Vortex. I know for a fact.
We got that 5K wake-up option, 3-framer, fastest button in the game.
Ooh, try to get a cross under right there, but Lanxeared was ready to control that corner positioning. And zip it and zoom in after the dash. Got the Bandit Bringer.
Completed it too.
Delay revolver.
Yeah. It's tough because it's another one of those things where it's like, it's so negative on block if you let the whole thing go through that people are like, they're not going to do that. Then why would they do that? I'll kill them if they do that. And then it happens to you and you're like, they did it.
It's Soul back up. You have to expect that Soul is probably going to do it.
No.
No way. Ain't no way.
No!
Oh! Where do you think you're RCing to, Lanxeared?
You gotta go up. You gotta go up, my friend.
Holy smokes.
Mike has the highest hit rate of that overdrive I've ever seen.
Yeah, no one else is hitting it. I've never seen anybody else hit it. Oh, up Dolphin, but no follow-up after.
Oh, get back in the corner.
DP, unafraid. Get over here.
Clean? Not clean.
No, yeah, I missed the last one.
Oh, my Lanta.
Don't.
Oh! It's all falling apart. Mom spaghetti.
It's a red RC Vortex nuclear explosion to wrap this up. Mike Saftig. Scramble King.
I'm still at a loss for words for the Heavy Mob Cemetery.
Oh my god, I love this game.
It's such a cool overdrive.
Oh no. I feel that though, because as a Killer Instinct player, it's like a Raging Demon from Shadow Jago. As an Akuma player, it is like a Raging Demon from Akuma.
All right, Zero, I'm going to need you to listen back to what you just said later on. Because
I know exactly what I said.
Okay.
I meant it.
I guess I got whooshed, chat, because I didn't understand what he was saying until the end of it. But
Because Shadow Jago has a Raging Demon in Killer Instinct. Basically. It's not called Raging Demon,
okay.
But it is basically that. Is what it's doing. You have to hit it raw, just like
no.
Cemetery.
Speaking of raw.
Oh my god. Yeah, hey, you know what? Survives this risk gauge, drops entirely.
Just runs up, punches her right in the face. Raven?
Immediate cancel into the Tyrant Rave just to get that wrist damage as well. There's the fast here. Had to guess the 2K. It's around there for Mike Saftig.
Yeah, Mike's looking a little rejuvenated. Oh, the clash goes his way.
Okay, there's Big Fafnir.
As opposed to the small Fafnir. That pickup off the 5K. That was insanity.
Ooh.
Close slash.
The
Close
delay
slash.
close slash. Yeah. You're expecting a far slash there. You should be able to challenge it. Soul just keeps getting closer and closer. The run up with punish. Wait
And then
a
the
minute,
6H.
you're done. Sapdig.
2-1. 2-1 in favor of good old Mike Saftig. Soul bad guy extraordinaire.
Can't just keep getting away with it. Mike Sapdig does time and time again.
Yeah, you keep saying he can't, but he does.
There he does. And I'm okay with it. It's Soul bad guy, face character of the game.
Yeah, one of the few occurrences where the protagonist actually gets love for being that guy.
Yeah, that bad guy.
All right, we got projectiles. Get off of me, says Mike. What? That hit something. There was a normal that came out of Lanxeared that got lit on fire.
Can't put your hands on fire. That is a 2K.
Oh, 2K2D Dolphin? Oh, that 6H was weird.
Wow.
That was funky.
Yeah, but I mean, that fast PRC put Mike in a precarious position there, and Lanxeared answered the situation correctly there to get the round. Right, nice jump in. Wait, okay, got our knockdown at the very least, and a trade that does work out in Lanxeard's favor. Double jump to try to bait out an anti-air attempt, and Lanxeard not biting.
Sends out that projectile again and just times the landing perfect, times the burst perfect, gets the full damage combo. Is it going to build up?
That's not a good look. That was supposed to be a clean hit DP right there. And only got the first hit of the heavy. Okay, there we go. That's what we were looking for. Ties it up 1 round apiece.
Set point.
Now we're on match point for Mike. Yeah. 6/8 round start. Oh my god. Push to the corner, dash up throw, the bravery, the audacity. No jumping for you, Lanxeared. The follow-up with 2K near through the wall.
Oh, that was that Viper start that you've been so waiting for, Zero. Got punished for it.
Yeah, because I think the expectation is kind of low-profile Dolphin.
What is this combo? It's going to work, but
yes,
what is it? It
will.
dropped. It didn't work. I'm a liar, chat.
See, oh, nice anti-air. That's the thing. It's like Soul Mad Guy, the creative combo character of Guilty Gear Strive. I'm glad that you're all here hanging out with us, having a good old time. Kurase and Kiranchi, I do not envy the work that Kiranchi has to do in this set, but I'm a believer.
You're a believer?
I'm a believer.
Are you a believer, though?
You know, I've been fooled a few times. Justin Bieber has some pretty decent songs that I didn't know were Justin Bieber songs until after the song was over.
That's fair. Mostly the newer stuff that he came out with. And I say newer because it was like, I don't know, 5-10 years ago, I feel like at this point. But what isn't 5 or 10 years ago is this bus ass that MJ is going to put on Kiranchi here.
Yeah, oh my god, the pogo jump. We're still pulling the trigger. 1 bullet left in the chamber, and it's spent on this delay here in the corner. Yo, opto reload? You could have got the shatter. It wouldn't have killed them.
Well, that's the thing. Happy Chaos, another one of those characters that just largely does not care for the shatter unless it kills. Because they can just go for these, the Goomba Stomp mix that is just so deadly. The 5 dust gunshot, which I think is a little too strong personally, but there's just a lot of things Happy Chaos does in the corner that they'd really rather not have to earn again.
Nice air-to-air. Deus Ex Machina just to get the full reload.
Well, Zaylon, yeah, shipping is a nightmare. We do have free shipping on orders over $100. That is a thing as well. Not to pressure you, but yeah, DM Bunch. He'll try something. What was the other way? The other option to support the stream chat, if you are one like Zaylon who would love to support yet are bodied by shipping or something like that, if you have a Twitch Prime sub available, not only does that support the stream directly, it also adds money to the Match Arena. For every subscription to the Casa channel, Bunch will put $1 into the Match Arena of your choosing. So if you have a Twitch Prime sub, ready, locked and loaded, hit the button. Let us know. We'll add money to the match arena, and you support the stream directly. And that is any Twitch sub, whether it is a Twitch Prime, a gifted sub, a regular sub, a tier 3 sub, tier 7 sub. I don't know how many tiers we have.
Should only be 3 tiers. So.
Well, it's like Monty Python counting, right? Like 1, 2, 7. That's, yeah.
Wait, you know Monty Python, but you don't know AC/DC.
Who? I actually made a Monty Python reference on stream yesterday, and Brad got it, and Bunch didn't interrupt us, and that bit went on for a long time.
Oh, wow. That's impressive. But also, again, you're dodging the you know Monty Python. Anyways, got the disc, goes for low. Okay, take aim and sets up the clone too. It makes it very difficult for Millia. Like, Millia has to deal with that. And jumping in the air against Happy Chaos is a big no-no.
I definitely,
like, especially when you're cursed up, has the hard lock.
Yeah, this is not fun. This is. Would you probably venture that this is one of Millia's worst matchups? I would definitely say it's up there.
It's definitely a nightmare matchup, like, because she has to approach grounded and has to be so careful about it, and because that she doesn't have as much health of a resource to really make that approach successful, Kurase just gets to keep firing away without issue. Like, you could essentially play old Happy Chaos in this matchup and still reap the benefits.
Yeah, and I mean, old Happy Chaos like isn't dead as much as some people would like you to believe. It's definitely harder, but it's not just like it wasn't deleted from the game. It's just that other avenues of gameplay are strong now.
It forces you to get in close because, right, so for those that don't know, the further you are away, the more concentration you spend for every bullet you fire. But the closer to the opponent you are, the less concentration. So you can go full stream, but look at the resource management. You have to be aware of your positioning, how much you're spending, because those blunders can still happen if you force a long-range situation.
I'm still
it's a gold burst for Kiranchi here. Go for it.
I was gonna say, I'm still super impressed with that adjustment too to the concentration. Like, that was not something I had ever considered, and Arxis was like, "Hey, check this out," and I was like, "That's so big brains. Good job,
and I
Arxis."
think it's a very fair call on the character because Happy Chaos is one of those characters that if you overcorrect something on this character, then
they just don't exist.
Completely, yeah, exactly. It negates the game plan entirely. So nice, got the carry over to the corner here.
We're reloading.
Goes for Deus Ex, full reload, has plenty of concentration on top of it as well. No slump state because we're much too high. So this is a great decision here.
And yeah, 2K2D gunshot, and now you just die. Goes for the Deus Ex a second time, makes it completely burst safe. Didn't even need the wall damage, but we'll take some damage added on to the end. And now, I think this is set point. I definitely admit that I missed a game potentially, but I do believe this is set point here for MJKurase. Back to the wall.
Ooh. Now got the YRC out, cursed up, ready to rock.
Yeah,
and low on concentration. As you can see, look how much concentration that Kurase used just for that full screen shot.
Kiranchi's Capels are so funky sometimes. Like, that was the second time we've seen that, like, low back Capel come out, and it's hit both times I've seen it. But it doesn't lead to a whole lot, so I'm curious what the main advantage is there. And we're going to wait to find out, because that's going to be the set.
Yes, that does mean our top 8 winner side has been decided. Mike, Safdig, and Lurry.
Any of these counterpokes that Itachi's Legacy is throwing out. Wow, the patience to wait for the kite, but still comes down with a button, does Itachi's Legacy. Are we going to stay same side? Yes, we are. We're going to go for the throw on the reset. A second throw? That was going to be 3.
Yes. You always go for 3.